What is going on, everybody? I am HoopsandHipHop, and welcome back to another Pokemon Sword and Shield video. Now this one is a follow-up to yesterday's video where I gave you guys my initial thoughts and impressions on the surprise trailer that was dropped on us out of nowhere yesterday. But in today's video, we're going to be going a little bit more into the nitty-gritty details of the trailer itself, as well as some other things, and talk about everything you need to know that you might have missed from the information drop. So basically, we're going to be going into a frame-by-frame analysis, if you will, of the trailer, and I'm basically going to be pointing out every significant or interesting detail that I could find, whether it be big or small, whether it pertain to the story of the games possibly, or whether it just be a cool little detail. And then we're actually going to look at the website itself and the information that's there, and we're even going to go to the Japanese trailer and look at that, because there are some different things in that trailer that were not shown in the English trailer. So overall, there is a lot of really interesting and noteworthy information that we're going to be covering here that you might have not known about in just watching the trailer in full 100% speed, if you will. So it's a really fun video. I'm really excited to talk about this stuff with you guys. So without any further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. So starting off with the trailer itself and beginning at the beginning of the trailer, we once again see the player character walking out into a stadium, and once again we see him in his gym jersey, if you will, and once again, just like the other trailers that we have seen, the number on his jersey means something because the number 78 signifies the date that the trailer was dropped, i.e. July 8th, aka 7/8. So it's kind of interesting to see and fun to see that they're doing this with every single trailer. But moving on from there, we also get introduced to the new character whose name is Chairman Rose, and when he's kind of talking to the crowd, he throws out a Pokeball to release a Pokemon, and it's actually a Pokemon that was unrevealed in the trailer yesterday that we have not seen before. You can only see it for a couple frames before it goes away and is obstructed by the light of the Pokeball, but to me it looks like it might be an elephant Pokemon of some kind. I very well could be wrong, but that's kind of the general shape I see. Either way though, it is a new Pokemon we haven't seen before. It's got some interesting patterns on its body as well, so it'll be interesting to see what this Pokemon ends up becoming. And then after Alcremie, we also get the confirmation of Yamper officially being in these games, and one of the scenes we see it in is actually in the wild battling against a wild Yamper, and in the background you can actually see the professor's house, which says to me that Yamper might actually be a Pokemon you encounter really early on. And honestly, can you imagine catching Yamper and Wooloo as your first two Pokemon? Like that just sounds amazing, and I don't think that could be any better for the first part of the game. And then in the Japanese trailer as well, we also see Yamper being caught in the area right before the town with the first gym. So it is definitely an early encounter Pokemon, kind of like your Shinxes or your Poochyena, something like that, which is really exciting because Yamper is a really cool Pokemon, and to have a cool Pokemon be that early on in the Pokedex is definitely awesome. Next up, we get another look at Chairman Rose, and a very nice detail I noticed about Chairman Rose is that his tie, or rather the very top of his tie, actually looks like a rose in terms of the way it's layered and it's shaped and stuff like that, which is kind of a small detail, but it's the kind of small detail that really shows that they're paying attention to detail in their character design, which I appreciate the heck out of. And then there's another really interesting thing about Chairman Rose, because he has a pin on his lapel that shows a couple of hexagons kind of like intertwining, and initially this doesn't seem very important, but then when we get a look at Oleana, his secretary, she also has a pair of earrings that show this same hexagon shape. And then we get another clip in the Japanese trailer which shows Chairman Rose wearing a hat that has this same logo on it. And because Chairman Rose is the president of a large corporation and Oleana Liana is his vice president. According to the Sword and Shield website, this is probably the logo of his organization, and I feel like because it's kind of appearing in so many different places, that the business that he runs, whatever it is going to play some kind of role in the story, and I personally am very excited to see what it holds. But then we're going to be moving on next to the website, and the website actually has a lot of information that wasn't shown off in the trailer that's very important to know. Starting off with Gigantamaxing, the website specifies that Gigantamaxing is only able to be used by certain specimens of certain species of Pokemon. And not only that, they are also able to learn a unique move that's known as a GMAX move, which is specific and exclusive to Gigantamax Pokemon, and it's essentially kind of like a Z move. It's like a super powered version of the Dynamax move that regular Dynamax Pokemon can get, which wasn't specified in the trailer, so obviously that's going to play a big deal in terms of strategy and battle in the game. The website also goes on to specify the method with which you will be able to catch Gigantamax Pokemon, and that is through max raid battles. But much like shiny Pokemon, the website says that they are very rare and you're not going to find one very easily. So being able to Gigantamax a Pokemon is going to be a special occasion. So much like shiny Pokemon, you are going to have to search these Pokemon out if you want to take advantage of the Gigantamax feature. And speaking of those GMAX moves, the website specifies the 3 GMAX moves that the 3 Gigantamax Pokemon we were shown in the trailer are capable of using. For Dreadnought, all of its water-type moves will be replaced by the move GMAX Stone Surge, which not only does a lot of damage to the opponent, but it also scatters rocks around the opponent, and those act like the Spikes moves where they will damage any opponent that comes into your opponent's side of the battlefield from that point on. So this is an extremely powerful move because it's kind of a really powerful 2-in-1, and it gives you an idea of what the GMAX moves are truly all about. We also get information on Gigantamax Corviknight's GMAX move, and all of its flying type moves will be changed to the move GMAX Wind Rage, which once again not only does damage to the opponent, but it also removes any effects of moves like Reflect, Light Screen, Spikes, and Electric Terrain that the opponents have used. So it basically wipes the field clean while also doing damage. So these GMAX moves are proving to be a really powerful 2-in-1, and it's going to be extremely challenging to be able to take them down. And last but not least, we also learn about Gigantamax Alcremie's GMAX move, which is called GMAX Finale. Any fairy type move that Alcremie knows will convert into this move, and its effect is that it actually heals all Pokemon on Alcremie's side of the field, while also doing damage to the opponent at the same time. So once again, these GMAX moves are absolutely broken. If you thought Z moves were broken in Sun and Moon, we ain't seen nothing yet, and I honestly am really excited about this feature because these GMAX or Gigantamax Pokemon are proving to be insanely powerful to take on, and I think it's going to provide a really nice challenge in the game, and I think it's going to do some fun things for competitive as well. So overall, I'm really looking forward to experiencing this feature. The website also specifies some additional information about the new Pokemon we learned about, and starting with Roly-Coly, a screenshot involving Roly-Coly seems to confirm that the mining area that we have been seeing throughout various trailers in the game seems to be a pretty early area within the game itself, as we see a wild Roly-Coly in this area in a screenshot that is only level 11. So it seems like maybe this area is going to be right before the first gym, maybe right after. But overall, this mining area is pretty early on in the story, it seems like, which is very interesting to know, even if it isn't like super important to the story or anything like that. Another interesting thing I noticed on the website is that in the spot about Leon and how he's the champion and how he's so great, there is a screenshot shown off of him speaking, and he mentions someone by the name of Raihan. And given the fact that we haven't heard anyone with this name, I decided to go ahead and look it up and see if it actually meant anything. And what I found is that, number one, it's actually the name of a Malaysian musical group, which might seem kind of weird, but it also makes sense because Leon and his brother Hop definitely kind of have that Middle Eastern, Mediterranean type of vibe going on in terms of where they're from, so this definitely has some correlation there, and apparently it's also the name of a flower that's found in the Middle East, which makes a lot of sense because basically every single Pokemon character lately has been given a name that is based around some kind of flower. Now, the interesting thing about this is that not only have we not heard anyone in this game by the name of Raihan, we don't even really know if this is going to be an actual person. Oftentimes in pre-release material, they'll put in placeholder names for various characters that don't end up being used in the final release. So it's really hard to say what is going on with this name or with this potential character. I think it's safe to say that this isn't like for Hop, it's not a stand-in name for Hop's character because we've already been introduced to Hop by name, so maybe it's another character. Maybe they will go by this name in the final game, maybe they won't, but I think it's really interesting to say the least, and it's something to take note of as we continue forward. And to round out the information on the website, we've got some really interesting info about the gym challenge. First off, the website says that on the jerseys that you wear during your gym matches, you're actually able to choose a combination of 3 numbers on your own uniform, which is very nice. This is something I was wanting for these gym uniforms, with some kind of customization feature, and even though it's not being able to choose the color or the style or anything like that, being able to choose your own unique number and have some kind of unique tie to your character through that number, I think is really nice, so I'm really looking forward to that. And it also uses the phrase on the website that you'll have to compete with your rivals, quote unquote, in this gym challenge, which implies that there are going to be multiple rivals, which not only makes sense given the tournament aspect of the gym challenge, but this was also mentioned in a somewhat very credible leak earlier on. I won't go into any further details outside of that, but it definitely seems like we are going to be getting multiple rivals in these games, so I'm excited to see who the other ones are besides Hop. And last but not least, we are now going to look at stuff from the Japanese trailer. Now, I'm only going to use screenshots for this part of the video because the Japanese trailers tend to get claimed on YouTube way more often than the English ones do, and I don't want to take any chances, but screenshots are all I really need anyway, so it's really not that big a deal. But anyway, the first thing I wanted to talk about from the Japanese trailer is the fact that we actually get a look at the town where the water gym, Nessa's gym, is actually located, and this is the first time we've actually seen the town itself and not just Nessa's gym, and let me tell you, it looks so good. Like, this whole town, its aesthetic, just its visual appeal, just everything about it, I think looks really good and really nice, and I'm so excited to be able to explore towns in this game, and it really just gets me so hyped for these games in general. And then the next thing we're going to talk about here is something that's actually been making its rounds on the internet a little bit, and that's the fact that Maractus has actually been confirmed for Pokemon Sword and Shield, which is hilarious in the fact that everyone thought Maractus, of all Pokemon, would be the Pokemon that would get cut from these games due to the whole National Dex situation, but it didn't. Maractus actually made the game, and I think this is a very good sign for just how good the list of Pokemon in the game is going to be overall, because if Maractus makes it in, I think a whole bunch of other Pokemon are also going to make it in, which makes the whole like potential roster that's going to be in this game of Pokemon really good in my opinion. I think that's very likely that with this revelation that we're going to get a really good number of Pokemon, so that's very encouraging. And then last but not least, we also have another Pokemon confirmation, and that is Hitmontop. And not only does this subsequently confirm its entire line, that being Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, and Tyrogue, but the other interesting thing is that this Hitmontop we see in the trailer belongs to Bea, the fighting type gym leader. So we've now learned a Pokemon that one of the gym leaders has, which is really cool. And I also think it's really cool that she's using Hitmontop. We don't really see this Pokemon used that often, especially not by someone like a gym leader, for instance, like an important character, and Hitmontop's always been kind of like one of my more favorite fighting types, so I'm really excited about that, and it's really cool to see, and I am just really excited for these games. Can I get them already? And there we have it, everybody. That is everything that you might have missed and that you need to know about the latest trailer drop for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, let me be honest with you guys, I am so excited for these games. I really liked everything we saw with this new trailer. I really like all the Pokemon that were revealed. I like the whole idea of gyms being exclusive to different games. I'm really excited about that. And I am just really liking the way these games are looking. I'm also excited about Gigantamaxing, just everything I am really looking forward to, and I really hope you guys are as well. So if you are looking forward to this, and if you have something in particular you're excited about, let me know in the comments below, and also give this video a like if you enjoyed it. And if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, and I bring that up in particular in this video because we just crossed the 99,000 subscriber threshold, meaning we're less than 1,000 subscribers away from 100K, and I'm gonna lose my mind, guys. I can't even tell you. I'm gonna cry. I have so many things I want to say once we hit that number. I have so many things I want to do, and it's just creeping up on me, and I can't believe it. So if you guys want to help me make this final push, I would sincerely love you forever. It would mean the world to me, and yeah, it's a fun time here, so like, I think you'll love it here if you decide to hit that subscribe button. But with all that being said, another thing I want to mention is my Sword and Shield giveaway on Twitter, because that is a thing that's happening, so go check out my Twitter. There's a tweet that's pinned on my profile. If you like and retweet it and follow my Twitter account, you'll be entered to win a copy of both games. I'm doing 2 giveaways, 1 for each game, so that's awesome. But with all that being said, I'll be back on Thursday with another video. I'm really looking forward to it, just really excited in general about everything that's going on. It's fun time for the channel and for Pokemon in general. So hit that notification bell, stick around, be ready for the next video on Thursday. And with all that being said, I hope you guys know I love you very much. And until Thursday, I will smell you guys later.